Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 15th of June 2024. Since it's a weekend, we would not have our revision session. So let's start with the lecture. The first question is, recently Chandrababu Naidu became the Chief Minister of which Indian state? So he is the National President of TDP and he was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh for the second time by Governor S. Abdul Nazir. Okay, so this ceremony took place near Vijayawada and this marks Naidu's fourth term as his Chief Minister in his over 4-decade political career, having served twice in combined Andhra Pradesh and now twice in residual Andhra Pradesh, right? So who is the new Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh? Answer would be Chandrababu Naidu. Similarly, if we talk about the state Odisha, Mohan Charan Majhi of BJP party was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Odisha on 12th of June, right? And who is the Governor of Odisha? Mr. Raghubar Das. So he is the first BJP leader and the third tribal to hold this position. Two deputy chief ministers, Kanak Vardhan Singh Dio and Pravati Parida, were also sworn in, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, JP Nadda and 9 BJP state chief ministers attended the ceremony, right? You can be asked that recently Mohan Charan Majhi was sworn in as the Chief Minister of which Indian state? Your answer should be Odisha, okay? Now similarly, Prem Singh Tamang became the Chief Minister of which Himalayan state? Answer would be Sikkim, right? And he is from Sikkim Krantikari Morcha. He was sworn in as the Chief Minister of Sikkim for a second term. And who is the current Governor of Sikkim state? Answer would be Governor Lakshman Prasad Acharya, right? So you can be asked that recently Prem Singh Tamang became the Chief Minister of which Indian state? Answer would be Sikkim, fine. The next question is, Saulos Klaus Chilima, who recently passed away in a plane crash, was the Vice President of which country? This is the country Malawi. The Vice President of Malawi and 9 others died in a plane crash. The military aircraft left the Lilongwe, but it could not land at Muzuzu due to poor visibility and lost the contact after being ordered back. So President Lazarus Chakwera confirmed the wreckage was found in Chikangawa forest with no survivors at all, and Chilima was once a potential presidential candidate and he was cleared of the graft charges last month as well, okay? So Saulos Klaus Chilima has passed away in a plane crash and he was the Vice President of Malawi. Few days back, if you remember, Mr. Ibrahim Raisi had also passed away in a plane crash and he was the president of the country Iran. Don't forget it, okay? Now apart from it, Sarod Maestro Pandit Rajiv Taranath recently passed away in Mysore, and the sarod is a prominent Hindustani classical music instrument. It is a strange lute that was adapted from the Afghan rabab in the 16th century with its modern form designed in the 19th century. Typically it is 100 centimeters long and it features a hollow wooden body with no fretboard but a polished steel plate. Simply you can be asked that Pandit Rajiv Taranath, who recently passed away, was associated with which field? Your options could be he was a table player or sarod maestro or classical vocalist or simply a violin player. Your answer should be sarod maestro, okay? Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? Answer is A option, Madhya Pradesh. Actually, this wildlife sanctuary came into news because Madhya Pradesh government has prepared the Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary to become a new cheetah habitat, and teams from Kenya and South Africa assessed the site and prey animals were relocated from other tiger reserve. So 8 Namibian cheetahs were released at Kuno National Park, if you remember, in 2022, followed by 12 more from South Africa in the year 2023. So Chief Minister directed a study on introducing the rhinos and other rare animals to the state as well, okay? So what is the location of Gandhi Sagar Wildlife Sanctuary? It lies in Madhya Pradesh. Recently, where was the Japan-India Maritime Exercise 2024 started? Answer is Yokosuka, Japan. Japan-India Maritime Exercise has commenced in Yokosuka, Japan, and it is hosted by the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. It features the Indian Navy's INS Shivalik, and from Japan there is JS Yugiri. Fine. So this exercise includes the harbor and sea phases, and basic focus is on naval interaction and war fighting skills. Purpose is to enhance the interoperability and strengthen the defense ties between Japan and India, right? So two things can be asked. The GMEX is the exercise between which two countries? Answer would be Japan and India. And what was the venue for this year? Answer would be Japan. Okay. Recently, the United Nations General Assembly has declared which year as the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology. So United Nations General Assembly has declared 2025 as the International Year of Quantum Science and Technology. This decision was made on 7th of June, and basic aim here is to raise public awareness, encourage the youth involvement and support the quantum science application. Okay. Also, don't forget that 2025 is designated for cooperatives, peace and trust, and glacier preservation, while the 2024 celebrates the camelids. Fine. So here correct answer is B option, 2025. The next question is, which day is observed as the World Day Against the Child Labor every year? World Day Against Child Labor is observed annually on 12th of June. Basic focus is to end the child labor. And this day was initiated by International Labour Organization in 2002, and the day highlights the global efforts to protect the children. What was the theme for this year? The theme was Let's Act on Our Commitments, End Child Labor. That was the whole theme. Okay. So it marks the 25th anniversary of ILO's Worst Forms of Child Labor Convention, and the headquarters of ILO lies in Geneva in Switzerland. So we observe the World Day Against Child Labor every year on 12th of June. Recently, where was the foreign minister meeting of the BRICS countries held? So the first BRICS ministerial meeting with new members was recently held in the country Russia at the Novgorod, that is C option. And Russia is the current BRICS chairman, don't forget it. It hosted the meeting to prepare for the 16th annual BRICS summit in October 2024. And who are the new members to the BRICS? These are Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia and UAE. Okay. So your correct answer is C option, that is Russia. Next is, which organization recently released Raising Ambition, Accelerating Action Towards Enhanced and Disease for Forest report? Here correct answer would be the United Nations Environment Programme, that is B option. UNEP has released this report in which they have highlighted the significant gaps in forest protection in current nationally determined contributions. Actually, from 2019 to 2023, tropical deforestation emitted 5.6 billion tons of carbon dioxide annually in the top 20 countries. Only 8 countries have quantified the deforestation targets, and just 38% of UNFCCC parties include the forest conversion reduction measures. So agriculture and weak land use policies are the major deforestation drivers. Okay. So this report is published by United Nations Environment Programme. Now there is one more report that is in news these days. The name of that report is World Migration Report. Okay. World Migration Report and the Migration Health Annual Report. It is released by International Organization for Migration, and in this report they have told that 49 migrants died and 140 others went missing after a boat capsized off Yemen's coast. And the International Organization of Migration was established in 1951, headquartered lies in Geneva, and it helps the governments and the migrants. So it has the 175 member states, and it focuses on migration health, emergency operations, migration development and counter trafficking. It publishes the World Migration Report and Migration Health Annual Report. Okay, so you can be asked that both of these reports that were recently seen in the news are published by which organization? Your answer would be International Organization for Migration. Okay, the next question is, what is the IUCN status of Iberian lynx recently seen in the news? Iberian lynx were once on the verge of extinction, and it is the world's most endangered feline species. They are native to the Iberian Peninsula. It inhabits the Mediterranean forest with dense scrub and the open pastures. And they are heavily spotted wildcat, you can say, with a beard and black ear tufts, primarily feeds on European rabbits. Okay, so their conservation status is endangered right now, and they are listed in CITES Appendix 2. So major threats include, for example, illegal hunting, habitat loss, and food scarcity. Okay, so the IUCN status of Iberian lynx is endangered. Also these days the Crete Island is in news. You can be asked that Crete Island is the largest island of which country? Do remember, it is the largest island of Greece. Okay, why it came into news? Because during excavations for an airport on Crete, the 4,000-year-old circular monument has been discovered, and that's why it came into news. Okay, it is the fifth largest Mediterranean island and it hosted the Minoan civilization. Fine. It becomes a part of Greece after independence from the Ottoman rule. Simply you have to remember that Crete Island is the largest island of Greece. The next question is, what is the position of India in the Global Gender Gap Index 2024? So India dropped to 129th position on the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Index. And which country was at the topmost position? This is Iceland. Okay. If you talk about South Asia, India ranks at 5th position, trailing Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Bhutan. Okay. Pakistan ranks last globally. Economically, India along with Bangladesh, Sudan, Iran, Pakistan and Morocco exhibits low gender parity, and the World Economic Forum estimates that it will take 134 years to achieve the full gender parity at the current pace, because it has a 68.5% gap closer globally. Okay, so India's rank is 129th in the Global Gender Gap Index, which is released by World Economic Forum. The next question is, which institute researchers have recently developed a novel remediation process for removing the heavy metal contaminants such as arsenic from the groundwater? So researchers at Indian Institute of Science have developed a patented 3-step process to remove the heavy metal contaminants like arsenic from groundwater. This method ensures eco-friendly disposal of removed heavy metals, preventing their re-entry into the groundwater. So arsenic levels exceed the permissible limits in 113 districts in across 21 Indian states, while the fluoride levels surpass the standards in 223 districts in across 23 states, as reported by the Bureau of Indian Standards and the World Health Organization. Okay, so the correct answer is Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. The next question is, which state was the hardest hit by the forest fires this season, November to June, according to data collected by the MODI sensor fitted onto NASA's Aqua and Terra satellite? As we know that Uttarakhand faced the worst forest fires this season with 2,154 incidents recorded by the MODIS. What is MODIS? It is Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectroradiometer. Okay, and it is a kind of sensor, you can say, that was fitted onto NASA's Aqua and Terra satellites. Okay, so Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Chhattisgarh states followed the Uttarakhand state with significant fire occurrences. April saw nearly 9,000 forest fires in across India, which is the highest for any month. Okay, so your correct answer is B option, Uttarakhand. Now the last question is, Starship spacecraft recently seen in the news is built by which organization? Your answer is A option, SpaceX. The Starship has completed its first successful test flight, featuring a gentle splashdown of both booster and the spacecraft. Starship is a fully reusable spacecraft that is designed for the missions including the Mars colonization and the lunar landings. Okay, so it comprises of the Super Heavy booster and Starship spacecraft. It boasts a capacity of 100 passengers or large cargo payloads. It is fueled by the Raptor engines and it utilizes the liquid methane and oxygen. So objectives ranges from Mars mission to lunar landings, and the Starship aims to revolutionize the space travel. Okay, yeah, so here correct answer is A option, that is SpaceX. Now these days CRISPR Cas9 technology is in news. Can you tell me what is the main function of this technology? Actually, researchers have used it to alter the photosynthesis for the first time, and this acronym stands for the clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. Okay, once again please listen. It stands for clustered regularly interspersed short palindromic repeats. It is a gene editing technology that enables the precise, quick and affordable genetic modification. So it has been developed from bacteria's immune response to viruses. It can remove, add or alter the DNA sequences, correcting the genome errors and regulating the gene activity in the cells and organisms. Okay, so basic function of this technology is to alter the genetic sequence of a specific gene. Okay, so these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuzad Sana signing off.